In this video, I'm going to talk about Copilot for Microsoft 365 Adoption Playbook. Now, what is Adoption Playbook? It is basically a PDF document. It's basically a 22-page document published by Microsoft. It is a step-by-step guide for business leaders. It basically talks about the four-phase or the process involved in Microsoft 365 Copilot adoption. Now, there are four phases. One is get ready, onboard and engage, deliver the impact, and extend and optimize. So, the first phase talks about getting ready, like it talks about the users, it talks about the champion users or the licenses which is required, and what is the current state of your organization's Power Platform or Microsoft 365 environment. Onboard and engage, it starts talking about onboarding a set of users and engaging the users by utilizing various functionality of Microsoft 365 Copilot. uh, Third phase talks about delivering the impact, whereby you get an actual value add from the actions which you perform on Microsoft 365 Copilot. And extend and optimize is all about utilizing Copilot to build solutions for your organization, thereby improving productivity or solving the business problem for your organization, and at the same time optimizing your solution as well. Now, what is the use of this? Now, basically, this is a guide for business leaders. Now, this guide will help in answering following questions. Now, the first question is, who should I assign the first Copilot license to within your organization? Now, remember, this is a part of your adoption strategy. So, if you want to implement Copilot within your organization, you need to be very picky and choosy between the users to whom you will be assigning the Copilot license to. Now, Copilot license is on bit on a higher side. It is expensive for your organization, so you need to be making sure that you assign the license to the right people, so that you get the most value out of it. And then eventually, the people who are on the lower end of the spectrum in terms of adoption, or who are in the laggard stage, then you can ask people to utilize those as well. Now, how can I achieve the most productivity gains out of it? Okay, so how do I get my staff up and running quickly? So these are some of the questions which business leaders ask quite frequently, right? When will I start seeing business results? What are the ways to measure business impact after using Copilot? Now, these all things will be answered if you start reading through that documentation and start implementing and start going through the journey of those four phases. Now, the adoption step has four phases: get ready, onboard and engage, deliver impact, extend, and optimize. Now, first step is all about preparing your business for AI. Now, if AI is very new to your organization, then you need to first understand what do you have, how is your security posture, how is your data setting posture, how it is configured within your organization. And second is all about having utilization of those seat assignments for Microsoft 365 Copilot. You need to be very focused towards some set of users within your organization to utilize those Copilot first, and then those people will become a champion users and eventually start onboarding other staff member within your organization. Step number three is all about creating an AI council. So this is not a mandatory step though, but then it will be nice if you have is some sort of a team within your organization who are pro AI and who talks about AI, who promotes the AI implementation within your organization. And this team will basically have a lot of stakeholders and influencer who can influence the AI adoption within your organization. Step number four is all about helping people build new work habits, because as this will be a big change within your organization and some people would be reluctant to join this wave. So you need to make sure that you bring all the people in this journey. Some people may adopt it at a very later stage. Some people might just be a fence sitters who will first try to understand how it is being implemented within the organization. So that's fine, but make sure that all the people within your organization are aligned and utilize the functionality to the great extent. Phase two is all about onboarding and engaging the users. So once you once you get the license, then you need to start exploring the feature and functionality. So step 5 is about creating a Copilot user community. So kind of a small groups within your organization, be it a Teams group or Yammer group or any other group which you create within your organization. So it is a small sect of people. Basically, it's a cohort or a team which will only talk about Copilot and how to best utilize this within the organization. Maybe these people may deliver sessions or like a meetup sessions for your internal staff. Step 6 is all about identifying the Copilot champions and early adopters. Now, when you start implementing this Copilot, you may find there are people who are completely aligned. You might find people who are completely misaligned, or you might find people who are just okay within this journey. So, you need to identify the Copilot champions and early adopters who will act as like a influencer for implementing the AI strategy within your organization, because these people will propagate or disseminate those information within your organization and then promote the AI for good. Make ongoing training the standard. So make sure that your staff members are trained correctly and they are consistent in the usage of this technology. Phase 3 is all about talking about delivering the impact. We basically are in the journey, you are in the mid journey, you just want to track the progress and the business result, whether you have actually achieved the business result fully or partially. Yeah, so it all, this step is all about quantifying the impact within the application. So there is a Microsoft Viva Insight application. From there you can track the team insight and personal insight. So Microsoft Copilot for Dashboard application will give you a stats uh, around meetings and notes and all those kind of insights, which will help you understand how the Copilot is getting adopted within your organization. Step 9 would be about meeting with AI council regularly. So in the first phase we have created an AI council with a set of all the stakeholders, so we can start those interaction within those AI council team members and regularly post updates about the progress. Step 10 is all about publicly celebrating the success, and step 11, tailor Copilot for your business, and step 12 is building your own Copilot. So phase 4, extend and optimize, is all about reaching to that state whereby you have already been comfortable with the product, you build Copilot for your business, that is adding value to the business, and also you are extending the Copilot for better productivity. Now, the value of Copilot and roles, now it differs across various departments. So every department has its own objective. So if you implement Copilot for the sales department, that will help them build better sales presentation with AI assistant. For IT, it will help them deploy critical update with the help of Copilot. For finance, they'll focus on high value tasks to complete the acquisition process. From marketing, it's all about preparing those collateral or marketing pitch in record time. So human resources is all about creating more efficient hiring process or onboarding or offboarding resources. So every department has its own purpose, and they can utilize Copilot based on their need. AI council, now as I talked about AI council, now the AI council needs to be it's a major I would say cohort of people who will provide key feedback on how the Copilot is getting implemented within your organization. So this will contain a team of influential advocates. They are basically the drivers of adoption. So they are the main person team who will understand how the AI strategy flows within your organization and how it should be adoptable, and the technology needs to be democratized within your various functional teams. Now it should include cross functional team members from change management, executive sponsor, risk management, and IT enablement team, because all this team member will act as a hinge towards a successful implementation. Microsoft Copilot Dashboard. This is a Viva dashboard. It allows you to measure the usage and adoption at each and every phase of rollout. And dashboard contains basically real-time data and insights. It will help you identify the value addition activities and anything which is not adding value. So anything which is adding value, you need to continue doing that. Anything which is not adding value, like like say too much of meeting time, or if there is no free time for the user to work on a specific activity, and then if the user is spending more time in the meeting, so those all things can be tracked, and the corrective action needs to be taken against those. So that's all about the theoretical part from the Copilot for Microsoft 365 Adoption Playbook. Now, this is a link to download the Copilot for Microsoft 365 Adoption Copilot for Microsoft 365 Adoption Playbook. Now, it's a step-by-step guide for business leaders. So if you click on this get the guide, then here you will see the document. Now this document is again whatever I explained to you, it is all contained within this document, so you can have a read through it. It talks about multiple phases, and it contains a quote from various users or the stakeholders. It contains a detailed breakdown on how you need to implement all the steps within the phases. So the step one talks about the security and data settings. It talks about your own infrastructure before you even start implementing the Copilot within your organization, and also about the license assignment with the seat for Copilot. Now it gives you pro tip as well for different department. How would you like to set up those? Now maybe in your organization you may have some other department, so you need to define those strategy for your department, and then start creating those bullet points as listed over here. Now you can also take a guidance from here on how to build an AI council. So initially you may find it bit challenging because people from different team areas or different disciplines come together for a common purpose. But then once they understand the overall objective of this particular engagement, then it will be a smooth walk. So like this you can have a look into this documentation. It talks about all these phases and all the steps in more detailed. So whatever I explained to you, it is all contained within this document. So it will give you those impact steps on delivering the solution. And then also once you reach the phase number 4, which is extend and optimize, then how you can tailor your Copilot to your own business and build your own Copilot. It also talks about what next. So once you reach that phase 4, road ahead with Copilot. Now how do you embrace that momentous shift to AI? So all these things are documented in this particular playbook. So that's it, folks. This is all about my Copilot for Microsoft 365 adoption playbook. It is for business leaders, and it will help you implement Copilot for Microsoft 365 in a more structured manner, and it will start utilizing all the best practices and the guidance provided by Microsoft. Thanks for watching.